Hello and welcome to The Measured Pencil. My name is Stephen Murray, and I'm here, as always, with pencil expert Wes Nelson.
Sheboygan.
You know there are two Sheboygans.
No way.
There's a Sheboygan, Wisconsin, and a Sheboygan, Michigan.
Do they fight each other in a tug-of-war contest every year?
I think they do because their names are spelled differently.
Oh.
The Wisconsin starts with an S, and the Michigan one is the French spelling with a CH.
Well, clearly the Michigan one is wrong.
I've actually been through both. There's not a whole lot there.
Which one's better?
Well, Sheboygan brats come from Wisconsin.
That's what I think I have brats on the brain.
They're each on a different lake. Anyhow, we're here not to talk about bratwurst. What pencil are we here to talk about today?
I don't even know. What is this? This looks like a fishing lure.
It does look like a fishing lure.
The Faber Castell Emotion. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Hear that groan?
Yeah.
Why is it called the Emotion?
Well, let's find out.
Let's.
Chunky, almost cigar-shaped, the pen fits comfortably in the hand. The design combines outstanding writing comfort with sophisticated aesthetics. Comes with break-resistant 1.4 millimeter lead, which is smooth for writing and sketching. Twist mechanism glides smoothly to advance and retract the refill. Large eraser under the cap, spare eraser, and additional lead refills available separately. Now, here's the disclaimer about this pencil before we dive in.
Uh-oh.
I found this in one of my eBay hoards.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you found this on the beach.
It looks like a lure. So what we have here is an all-plastic version of the Emotion.
Okay.
I could not find the specific model online. Most of them are higher end that are either all metal or highly polished wood with chrome fittings.
Interesting.
So those are usually at a starting point of $50. I don't think this matches any of that.
No.
The reviews I do have are for one with a wooden body. I think they line up enough to give us context, but it's not exactly the same pencil.
All right, listeners, you've been warned.
Merlin the One from Amazon says, world's best pencil, 5 out of 5 stars. Once you have drawn with a Faber Castell Emotion pencil, there will never be another mechanical pencil for you.
Wow.
These hard-to-find pencils, they are also made as ballpoint pens, have a wonderful lead thickness, not too thick and not so thin you break it every time you use it. It is a good idea to get a few erasers and lead refills. The pencil is well balanced and has storage space for at least 6 spare leads and comes in many colors and different woods, with accents going from black plastic, least expensive, that's what we have, to the highly polished chrome. Of course, my favorite is the hardest to find, and that is the light peach wood, but I will take what I can get with these. They are so good and very long-lasting, especially when I consider the brutal treatment my pencils get.
Brutal? Please say more, Merlin.
Merlin, what do you do with your pencils?
Sounds like a fantasy writing prompt. Merlin the One wizard and his brutal treatment of his mechanical pencil.
Roll to abuse pencil.
Yes. What would you say the armor class on this pencil would be, Stephen?
On our version?
And the Peachwood version.
The Peach, well, I think you progressively upgrade. This would be like 10 or 12, and then you upgrade to 14, and then the all-metal might be like a 16.
I agree, like a plate metal. A.R.
Ewer from the UK says, 3 out of 5 stars.
You typed out,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
3 M's. I once used this to sketch a rough plan of my house for an architect I had lunch with at school.
Humble brag.
I had no idea what it was, but I loved it. After 2 years, I found it online and immediately bought it. It's a weird one. The thick line is a real feature, not a negative, but prohibits it from most use. But it's a joy to use when you can. And the line is so smooth that you will never want to use a pen again. Negatives. The clip ever so slightly pushes the end cap up when used. You might not even notice it, but there it is. In addition, the thickness, although having a lovely chunky feel to it, makes this unsuitable for any kind of pen socket in a bag or whatnot. In the end, I don't carry it with me. It was a nostalgia purpose, and it functions somewhat as a luxury item. However, the finish, i.e. chrome, means it falls short of a real place of pride luxury item for your desk. Sadly, I wouldn't recommend it.
I take umbrage with whenever the reviews mention the line being smooth because you can change the lead.
Yes.
So
it has nothing to do with the pencil.
Yeah, that I have to just like turn my brain off when they start talking about that part of it because that is so easily rectified and also not something you could blame on the manufacturer if you didn't like the lead or you do like the lead, whatever. This is like trying to draw with a Rapala. This is like a shad wrap, maybe a DT16, I would put it at. I enjoy the way the lead is stored. I think that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. You can store multiple leads in the front. You unscrew off the nose cone section on this plastic model that we have, and they slide in kind of like a torpedo bay or something like that. That's kind of interesting. The clip feels like an afterthought. It feels way too thin, and there's not enough tension. Again, disclaimer with this model, where we got it, not brand new. So maybe the tension's different, but it just, that feels like it's not something I would use and it would just get in the way. It is curved. That's kind of cool. It kind of matches some of the aesthetic of the pencil. The twist mechanism is fine. It twists in and out like it should. There's a decent chunky eraser on the back. Pretty cool. Other than that, I don't know. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, that's awesome. It's big. It's chunky. It's round. It could fit interestingly in my hand. I don't know. It's not as endearing as I thought it would be. Stephen, what do you think?
When we started doing this podcast, this was the first pencil that went on the wish list.
Oh, really?
Me. Yeah.
Wow.
I wanted to track this down. This and the kooh-i-nor all brass pencils. I was so excited when it ended up in that lot with the cross solo, and I could get them all for a decent price. I see why I got them for a decent price. This particular version is rather disappointing. It's very light.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like any sort of high-end anything went into this.
No, not at all.
But again, we don't have the wooden one. We don't have the all-metal one. I've used it quite a bit because it doesn't fit in the quiver, so it's just sat on my desk, so I've grabbed it a lot. It's grown on me, but there's nothing super special about it.
Yeah.
Again, like you said, I like that the leads are in the front. Mm-hmm. It's just something different. Yeah. It was a surprise, and I thought that was cool. I really enjoy how it's 1.4 millimeter lead.
Of course.
So you have to buy the proprietary lead. Yeah, I was disappointed by this. I wanted to like it. It's fine for what it is, but it's not something that excites or is a wow factor to it.
Can I make an unfair comparison?
Sure.
So the Caran d'Ache 844 is kind of a budget version of some of their more expensive models. Mm-hmm. And that thing is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. So what up, Faber Castell?
Right.
Why is this plastic-bodied nightmare? I mean, it could be better.
It could be a lot better.
But again, full disclaimer, this wasn't purchased brand new by us, so.
It almost feels like a knockoff.
Yeah.
But it has the logo and the stamp, so I don't know. It's not what I had hoped it would be.
I could almost say, though, the way you got it is maybe the perfect way to get it.
Yes.
You got it as an add-on to something else that you were actually going after. This was, it was like a sprinkle on top, and, do you notice the taste of sprinkles? I don't know. They're there, though.
The kids do.
Yeah.
Oh, sprinkles have a flavor to the kids.
Of
that's
course.
Perfect. So yeah, if you know somebody who has this, try it out for sure. I wouldn't go and buy the $50 one unless I got a chance to hold it and I liked it.
Agreed.
We're going to move on. Have a good weekend. Catch us next week on The Measured Pencil.
Goodbye.
This was The Measured Pencil with Wes Nelson and Stephen Murray. Theme song and additional music composed and performed by Josh Baumgartner. Additional production support by Two Desk Productions. If you want to see what the pencils look like, please follow us on Instagram at The Measured Pencil. If you'd like to share your pencil story, please record a short audio file, maybe 1 to 2 minutes, and email it to us at themeasuredpencil@gmail.com. Or, if you'd like us to review your favorite pencil, please email us with the name and it might appear on a future episode. Thanks for listening.